Good morning, guys. I am a little bit tired today because my dad got home around like 1, and then we were watching part of the NASCAR race. We didn't get all the way through it, so we're gonna finish it today, but went to bed about 4 a.m. last night. So on top of that, I also had a headache, and it's still a little bit there this morning, but it's better. So today I am doing something that I have not done in a really long time, that I've not done. Wow, I have a milk stash. That's a little embarrassing. So anyway, so since this whole coronavirus stuff, I have not gone into any other building since March 18th. I've gone through, one day we drove down to the beach and back, but we didn't get out of the car, and then twice we also drove through the Starbucks drive-thru and got some coffee. But I've not been inside another building since March 18th. And you know, just because I am in the higher risk group. And wow, my camera's dying at a time when I really want to record. So today I am gonna go to Target and we'll see how it goes. I'll explain more about my feelings about it, I guess, afterwards, because my camera's dying and I need to charge, but there's a lot to explain. So I'll tell you guys more about it later. But for now, I'll just say good morning, and I'll see you guys on the flip side, I guess. So my camera decided it was gonna die. I was gonna take it with me, but I'll just record on my phone. So basically the reason I'm going out is because on June 19th, I have to, don't hit the bicyclist, I have to go to the airport. I have a dentist appointment on June 24th, and a pulmonary appointment on July 10th. So I have to fly June 19th and July 11th. And the thing with that is, like, it's a necessary travel. It is medical travel that I've already put off 2 months. So I just need to get it done. But why does this look so dark? I don't know. Hopefully you can see me. But I don't want that to be my first outing, because I'm already super scared just to go to the store. So imagine going through the airport, getting on the plane, going through the other airport, getting on the other plane, going through the air, like, it's gonna be overwhelming no matter what. And I am not alone. I was doing some research last night because I kind of felt like I was crazy, and it's actually a literal thing that can happen to people, not just from corona, but from, like, if you've been in a nursing home a while, if you've been, you know, away at war or whatever. Oh yeah, let me turn this around for a second. Because it's Memorial Day, we've got all these, flags up. But anyway, so it's called Reentry Anxiety, basically because the house has become my safe bubble, where I don't have to think about washing my hands. I don't have to think about what's touched this and what's touched that, etc., etc. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. So today I am taking that first step, and I may not go out again until June 19th unless we go visit my sister, which I'm not really that nervous about, because she's been quarantining herself as well. But so today I'm going to take that first step. Not looking forward to it. I really don't want to go in that store, but I'm going to do it, and we'll just see how it goes afterwards. Hey guys, so we got back a little while ago. We watched the rest of the Coca-Cola 600, and I feel like I should point out the obvious. I didn't say it, but it's the obvious. I did wear a mask and gloves when we went. It has turned into quite the rainy afternoon. It is really coming down out there. But I did wear a mask and gloves. So I wanted a reason to make me happy to go out, because I didn't want to. So I got myself a short-sleeved Tampa Bay Lightning shirt. It's number 91, who is Steven Stamkos, which is the current captain of the Lightning. He's been the captain since 2014, I believe, 2013. So yeah, because I have this this long sleeve one I bought before quarantine started. I actually bought this the day that the NHL suspended on March 12th, but I'm not gonna be able to wear that one for a while. So I wanted something short sleeved that I can wear, probably wear to the airport, because I have a Tampa Bay Lightning mask now too, so I'll just rep the bolts. It was good to get out, but it was different, very different. I was legitimately terrified of people, and that has never been me. I have been the person that loves meeting people. I love getting out. I love I'm the kind of person that loves to explore and meet new people, and I've always been extroverted. And I find lately that is not me. I feel like, let's just put it into perspective. I was considering going yesterday, but I couldn't. I was too scared. And that was a really shocking reality for me, to realize that I was legitimately scared to walk into that store. And then because of that realization, plus the just frustration of quarantine, after I ended the vlog last night, I ended up crying for most of the night, and that's okay. Like, I try to be honest with other people about how I'm doing. I'm not the greatest at it. I tend to hide my emotions sometimes, except for very few select people. But I also realized I have to be honest with myself. Like, I have to realize that I have been through some crazy things before. You know, I almost died in 2017, obviously losing my best friend. And I tend to compare the feelings now to those situations, but the reality is it's completely different. While there is very similar feelings in some ways, it is completely different. I have never lived through a pandemic, and oh my gosh, I hope there is not another one in my lifetime. But I have to realize to myself that for the time being, and this sounds really bad, I hate the platitudes, but for the time being, I'm not okay. I have my moments where, like, I'm fine. Like, right now, actually, today's been a pretty okay day, besides, like, having a panic attack walking into Target, pretty much. But, and I don't mean that, like, lightly. I mean that, like, literally. That's how scared I was. But that's okay. Like, we are literally living through something that we have never dealt with before. Most of us, I don't know if there's anybody here, you know, that watches my vlogs that lived through the Spanish flu, but for the majority of us right now, we have never lived through something like this. And so we're navigating day to day, just taking things one day at a time and trying to figure it out, and it gets messy. It gets really messy sometimes. And I think in the beginning of quarantine, I was fine. I was annoyed, but I was fine. Like, the beginning of quarantine, it seems so silly to me now. Back then, my main concerns, if you will, were like, oh no, hockey's gone, and when am I gonna be able to go out? And like, it was all this stuff that seems so trivial now. Like, yes, I cannot wait for the day hockey comes back, but it's not like on my mind almost constantly. And then after that initial like anger, I don't know what and how long this is gonna happen. Like, and let's just be literal, like anger. I had a lot of anger. I went into like this really, really productive mode phase. I was like, okay, I'm gonna clean my closet, which I did. I'm like, I'm gonna clean this cupboard over here, and I'm gonna clean the hall closet, and I'm gonna, well, there was something else. I don't even remember what the other thing, I think it was the room. And I unpacked my suitcase, which had been sitting there for quite a while, and I, like deep cleaned the entire room. I cleaned up some of the living room, like did all this deep cleaning, and then I was like working on ASL, which I still want to learn, but like I was like furiously learning ASL, and it was just like go. Like that was kind of like the phase from, I would say, like that first week was a lot of like, and then from then on it was like that till about mid-April. I was like just constantly doing something because I felt like I need to use this time to my advantage. I need to do everything. And then eventually, as it goes, when you're doing everything, you get a little burned out of doing everything. So then it was kind of just like this lull. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it was just this lull. It was just like, this is life. I'm living in a simulation of Groundhog Day. And every single day kind of repeated the last. I knew what to expect. I knew what I was going to do that day. It was kind of on repeat. And there's still some of that now. And then now there's also that uncertainty mixed in with it. There's that, okay, as this progresses, as things start opening up, what's gonna happen, what's gonna see, because as much of frustration as there was, there's also a certain level of comfort when everybody's under a stay-at-home order, because you know what to expect, you know what's happening, things are the same, it's just like, you know, it's normal, I guess. But now there's that, I don't know how to put this the right way, but there's that what's gonna happen now kind of thing, because I feel like I don't want to say that because that's what's been happening this entire time, but there is that what's gonna happen now kind of thing. And some of it's good news. Today we only had 15,000 new cases in a 24-hour period, which is a lot better compared to yesterday's 26,000. There's been this really like up and down. We've stayed in the same range of about 10,000, but it goes up and down every day. So anyway, so now I'm kind of in that phase of, I actually like the way I saw it on Facebook, where somebody was like, we're past the honeymoon phase and we're into the just, I don't know what to do with myself phase. And so now I'm kind of in that, there's a lot of heaviness in the air. There's a lot of anxiety and tears and and all the things that people don't want, but it's okay, you know, it's okay, because I know as the natural progression of this quarantine has been, something else is going to come over the hill eventually, and hopefully it's going to be a good thing. You know, hopefully it's going to come back to some semblance of normalcy, some semblance of happiness. I don't want to say happiness. I'm not like over here like all the time. Some semblance of what I was like before quarantine, I guess, is the way I want to put it. So, you know what? And also, guys, we can take comfort in the fact that I know I'm not alone in this. You know you're not alone in this. There is literally probably millions of people around the world that are dealing with the same thing at the same time. And it sounds so like cliche at this point, but it's true. We're all in this together. So if you guys are having a hard time, then drop me a comment down below. I would love to, you know, talk back with you guys, talk through it a little bit, and we can all figure out these next weeks together, because it's a lot to process at one time. And I think also there's a certain part of grief that when everything first happens, your brain kind of protects you. You don't think about it very much because your brain only lets you absorb as much as you can. And I remember that very specifically, like when Blaze broke his leg and died last year. In the beginning, the first night, it just didn't feel real. You can't process it all at once. And then in the coming weeks, it hits you. And so I think that's also how it's kind of with the pandemic, but also just kind of, you know, it didn't take a day, it took a month. In the beginning, your brain lets you absorb this much because otherwise you couldn't absorb the rest of it, or you'd be in the corner in the fetal position rocking back and forth. So, so now as our brains are absorbing more and more of what this new reality is, or at least for me, I guess, it kind of hits you all at once. So just stay strong, guys, because like I said, it's a curve. It will get better. I know it'll get better. And at the same time, be honest with yourself. Don't try to pretend you're okay if you're not, because trust me, I know from experience, that just makes it worse. Don't do that. Sometimes talk with a friend, or what really helps me is I journal it out. I talk with my friends, and I also just write about it in my diary. Just getting it out of your head helps a lot. And talking to you guys right now on this vlog, also getting it out of the head, and getting it out into the air. So anyway, don't want to make this a super long vlog. I've already been blabbing for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna end it here. But yeah, just drop me a comment down below, and it's gonna get better eventually. Until then, it's okay not to be okay. You don't have to be. We are living through craziness. So with that, thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.